We have a workshop in Cleveland Heights this Saturday at the Somatic Center at 1 p.m. On pelvic floor dysfunction. So pelvic floor dysfunction, common symptoms are urinary stress incontinence. So if you cough, sneeze, run, jump, or otherwise live your life and you urinate a little bit, many of us deal with that. Painful intercourse, organ prolapse, pelvic pain. This can be male or female. Tailbone pain. This can be internal or external pelvic pain as well. Diastasis recti is even a symptom when your abdominals can split open a little bit. Sacroiliac joint dysfunction, that's SI joint right at the base of your spine where many of us get a lot of pain. Right there. Let's see what else. In case I haven't named literally something that all of us deal with all the time. Symphysis pubis joint dysfunction. So that's right where your pelvis comes to a V, that bone right there. And a lot of things. So post-childbearing scar conditions can cause these issues. And then also all the pelvic pain that can be associated with pregnancy sometimes. So things that most women and many men do deal with, but no one seems to talk about very much. So we are going to be looking at the mind-body connection and breath and exercises at this workshop. We're going to be doing some activities that you can immediately take and start doing that day and the next day and the next day to start improving your condition. And so we've all heard of kegels, but it's much more than that. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about why you might need more than just exercises too. Why sometimes this is all the time a chiropractic appropriate condition. So I'm going to reference an article here. This article is, I included the link in the video. Basically, they took 21 patients, and this is only 21 people, so you know, gold standard articles typically have tons and tons and tons of people. But hey, if you can get 21 people with this good of results in an article, and then I can personally vouch that my patients get better from their adjustments, it's worth giving it a try, don't you think? So this article took 21 people who had daily stress incontinence. So that's the kind where you urinate a little bit just during regular daily activities, and sometimes total urinary incontinence where you completely lose control of your bowel or bladder. But this is specifically bladder. They were between 13 years old and 90 years old. So if you're 89 and thinking you're a lost cause, you're wrong, and I would love to see you Saturday. And so basically they tested for weakness in the lumbar spine, low back, pelvis, pelvic floor, and low back or hip. And most people had dysfunction of their low back and sacrum at the very, very bottom of their spine. It was the most common finding, in fact. 13 of those people. 8 of those people didn't have weaknesses associated, but still had some dysfunction present. So through the chiropractic treatment, they delivered adjustments. This is where you, it's almost like a stretching motion, and sometimes you can feel some popping and clicking in the spine or pelvis. They also addressed the soft tissue, so not just the bones. They got in there and released the muscles all around that area. And by got in there, I mean they just used their hands to press on muscle trigger points. Then they also used some, they addressed the pelvic organs, the abdominal organs. And so they treated the body in several different ways. All of these things are things I do daily. I find they help every single person that comes in here. So what happened? I know you're dying to know. Basically, in 10 of those 21 patients, their incontinence symptoms resolved completely. 7 of them had considerable improvement, and 4 of them had slight improvement. None of them got worse. And then they had periodic follow-up exams, and for the past 6 years of when this study was done, so 2012 to 2018, and let's see, no one, let's see, for every participant in the study, the improvements remained stable. So they're all still doing better. So if you're research minded, if you're like, I don't care what you're going to do at the workshop, just show me the research and I'll be there, this one is for you. Take a second to look at that article. There's lots of evidence online about pelvic floor dysfunction and how chiropractic can help. Your nerves that come out of your spine, down at the very base of your spine, in your low back and in your sacrum, go directly to all of these organs. And if they're not firing properly, you are at risk of them dysfunctioning. It does not necessarily mean they are now, but that's what preventative medicine is all about. Get in, get checked, get functioning better than you ever have. And if you need a testimonial, just write your name here and I will be happy to send you one. I'll send you a personal testimonial of a patient who has improved from symptoms like these, because it happens all the time. Okay, so I hope to see you Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Somatic Center. Check out the Facebook event and please register in advance. We'd love to see you there. I hope you guys have a great evening.